Good morning guys, welcome back. Today I would like to give you 5 tips on how to keep your dog motivated on a long distance hike or a multi-day hike. Because a lot of people ask me how do I keep Ravi happy on the trail and how do I make sure that I do not ask too much of him. And therefore I decided to make this video. So let's start with tip number 1. Tip number 1 you see passing by on my channel very often, and it is adjust the length of your hike. Yes, I say that more often, but I think it is very important because you are able to hike about 20 kilometers per day or 15 miles per day and can do that comfortably. Doesn't mean that that works the same for your dog, because of course they've got shorter legs, make longer distances, and the distances of course stay the same, but their steps, they take way more steps than you do. So therefore it's very important to adjust the length of your hike so that you're able to take a lot of breaks in between, so that it will keep fun for your dog. Tip number 2 is to keep the hike fun. If you're doing a lot of mileage per day, that means that mostly all what you have to do is hike to get in time, and you'll finish before it gets dark. But that doesn't mean that that is fun for your dog as well. So if you're taking your dog with you, make sure that you keep the hike fun as well. Take a lot of breaks and maybe play a game in between. Take some time to cuddle up a little bit. Just sit together in the grass and just let time passes by slowly instead of only rushing over the trails. Because it doesn't only have to be fun for you, it also has to be fun for your dog. That brings me to tip number 3 straight away, and that is give your dog attention during your hike. So talk to your dog, spend the time really together, not just hiking you with your dog beside you, but taking your time to give the attention to your dog. Like I mentioned in my previous tip, take some extra breaks and make it fun. Spend some time, cuddle together. And if your dog likes to swim and you're passing a river or a stream or a little pond, which is safe for your dog, because always check that in advance if it is safe, then give your dog that time. So give him the attention and just not let your dog swim and you sit on the shores. No, just be there together, throwing a rock that he can go after. If you're carrying a ball or something, just throw it in the water and give that attention to your dog. Make that one-to-one time, and so that makes the hike not only yours but really a thing of the two of you. Tip number 4 is to make sure that there are enough breaks during your hike. You might be capable of hiking several hours after another, but your dog will do it probably just he wants to please you. But make sure that you give your dog a lot of breaks. I always take a break every hour, so then I take a short break about 15 to 20 minutes, and every 2 hours I take a longer break from at least half an hour. Lunch break usually takes 1 hour, and you can say, yeah, well, I have to do a lot of mileage, so I'm not able to make that. Then we are coming back to the point of adjusting the length of your hike. Because if you're not able to give your dog enough breaks during the day, that means that the distance you will be hiking the day will be way too long. So adjust that, adjust the number of breaks, and then it will be way more fun to your dog as well, because he or she will be able to recover during your hike. It will make it way more fun for your dog, because being able to recover gives him more energy and makes him or her more capable of adjusting to the length of the hike. And tip number 5 is to play a game in between. That's something that I find very valuable when you're out in the trail with your dog. And it doesn't matter if you're out for a hike that takes an hour, or you're out for several days, or even a long distance hike. Playing games can be very pleasing for your dog, because he does not only get the energy out of the hike, but also he gets exhausted in the head, and that's also very important. So not only make your dog tired due to the body, but also to the mind. And that doesn't have to be hard, because you're probably carrying treats with you, something I think is very important, and you just hide them somewhere. Put them between rocks, under sticks that you find. Sometimes you can put them in trees or something, and that is so simple, but it's so much fun for your dog. And then again, play that game together. Motivate your dog to find the treat, not just put some treats and you lay down in the grass to take a nap or something. No, really take that time together, play the game together, and then it'll make a lot more fun during the hike. So these were 5 tips that I think are very valuable during a hike. Doesn't matter if it is a 1 hour long hike, a day hike, a long distance hike, or a multi-day hike, overnighters, all kind of hikes. You can use them for every hike that you're doing with your dog, and they will be so valuable for each hike, each dog, I will make it so much fun, so that not only you have fun in hiking, but also your dog, and your dog will keep the fun in hiking. So if you would like to know anything more about this subject, on how I keep Ravi motivated and everything, then as always, feel free to ask below in the comment box, and then I will happy to answer your questions, because I think it's not only important that you have fun on the trail, but your dog does it as well. So hereby I would like to thank you again for taking your time to watch this video. And as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.